Hello everyone! Today I am doing another highly requested foundation review for you guys. I obviously am having some problematic skin right now because of, I think it's a couple things. One, my skin was clearing up finally from the Soap and Glory foundation that broke me out, and then I started using another new product because it was sent to me and everything, and I think it's not doing so hot with my skin. So what better thing to do than to put another new thing on my face and make my skin even worse. You know, I dealt with acne for like 15 years. Why not bring it back? The logic doesn't exist here, but that's okay. Ulta was recently doing 40% off of all Revlon products, so I figured 'tis the time. Let's retest this Revlon Colorstay foundation. I've used this before. I've used a whole bottle. I suffered through it way back, kind of, I don't know, in the beginnings of my channel. I feel like maybe a year or two in or something. I know I did a blog post on it. I don't think I did like a devoted video or anything on this, but I will have any pertinent links that I can find linked down below for you guys, like always. I feel like maybe Revlon reformulated this foundation. Maybe. I could be totally wrong, but I feel like people have been saying that, and so I should try it out again. I tried the Revlon Compact of their Colorstay and I loved that foundation. I really did. They also put a pump on these bottles now, which is so exciting. Before I get ahead of myself and slap that on my face, let's go ahead and hop onto Revlon's website and read about the product real quick. Like I said, this is the Revlon Colorstay makeup for combination / oily skin. They also have a formula for dry skin. This does come in 20 different colors. I feel like when I looked at this in stores, the color selection was actually pretty decent. They do have a spectrum of light to dark. They've got mediums in here. The website is making them look not as dark as they actually are in real life. I feel like the color here in the white is more accurate. I got mine in the shade 150 Buff. But the description says that this is America's most loved longwear foundation, according to Nielsen TK. I don't know who or what that is. But like I said earlier, it now comes with a convenient pump applicator and SPF. So that might be the reformulation that I'm thinking of. You're gonna get flawless matte coverage that lasts up to 24 hours. It's gonna be comfortable, lightweight, and it is specifically made for combination and or oily skin in order to control oil and absorb shine. It's got buildable to full coverage. It's also got salicylic acid in there to balance skin over time, aka help clear up acne. It's oil free and the SPF is of 15. So yeah, this is absolutely a YouTube made me buy it. People rave about this stuff here online, so let's go ahead and sing the song and then we can put this on my face. YouTube made me buy it, and now I'm gonna try it. My face has been washed and moisturized. Don't worry, I know it looks like I've got a huge gaping wound. That is just dermatillomania at its finest. I woke up in the morning, I had blood all over the place and a hole in my face. So don't worry, it is scabbed over. People always think I'm putting makeup into like an open wound that's like oozing, and I'm like, no, I'm not that dumb. Just gonna go ahead and put on my primer. I am also blind because I took off my glasses. If you are new to my channel, I like to wear my glasses for foundation reviews for all of the glasses wearers of the world out there. We can see how the foundation does under the nose pads and see whether it kind of wears off, or your glasses can touch your cheeks sometimes. Yeah. Alright, so primer is on. Here is the foundation. Hoping the color match will be alright. You know, we'll see. Here is the newly added pump. Yay, Revlon, yay. Welcome to what should be the revolutionary future. Pumps on foundations. Let's see. Okay, so there's a pump. It looks a bit liquidy. You can kind of see it sliding down my finger there. Maybe if this would focus. There you go. Sliding down my finger. It just has a very, very light SPF smell. Oh my god, that's a lot. Okay. Oops. So I'm gonna go ahead and try buffing this out here. Okay, well, it definitely looks like it shears out a bit. Quite a bit, actually. But not in a bad way. It still looks like it's providing pretty good coverage of my redness and everything. It said it was buildable, so let's find out. Let's put the rest of this on. Yeah. I mean, if I just left it like that, hey, look at that covering up my gash. Excellent. I definitely feel like the formula feels different from what I remember. This feels a lot more lightweight, but also looks a lot better on the skin. It's just going on a lot less patchy than it used to on me. But I mean, you can see like that did really well at evening everything out, covering things up. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this, get another pump here and put this on the rest of my face. And there you go, there it is blended out on my whole face. I definitely think it did a great job. It feels lightweight, but when you touch it, it's got that slightly sticky, wet feeling. I don't know, maybe it just hasn't set yet, but it feels really lightweight. Like I really don't feel like I have too much on my face right now, just like a very light foundation. I'm thinking I'm gonna wanna go in and conceal a little bit more instead of just like caking on more of this. But as of right now, I think it looks good. So there you can see how it looks in and on my pores. So like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and conceal a little bit and everything. I actually am doing an interview with Beauty and the Blog, so I'm really excited. I'm actually gonna do that right now, so there's gonna be a bit of a time lapse from now and when I do check back in with you here with the rest of my makeup and everything on, but I'll see you all in just a second here on YouTube land. Ready? Ding! Alright, so just kidding, haven't done the interview yet. Erica is running behind, so I'm just, you know, giving her time, and then it gives us time to do a check-in here. I haven't done eye makeup or anything, but I've got all of my face products on, so we can go ahead and take a look and see how that all looks with my foundation. Hey. I think everything looks good, which I'm very surprised about because of my past experience with this Colorstay liquid foundation. I don't look matte right now, but I think I look all right. You know, my gaping wound doesn't look all right, but I don't expect anything to cover that. So let's just take into account like normal pimple type looking things and then normal-ish looking skin. And I think it looks pretty dang good. So yeah, I guess I shouldn't say it's a typical day for me, but nothing crazy going on. I'm doing the interview, which I'm nervous about. I mean, I've never been interviewed like this before, so I feel like I'm taking a test for school or something, but I'm sure it'll go just fine. I'm hoping to get some editing and filming done here this afternoon. I'm going out to dinner with some friends and then coming home and doing more editing, uploading a video, etc, etc, etc. So, as always, I will be taking you guys along with me for my day. We can see how this foundation from Revlon wears and see if it's worth the hype now that it is reformulated. I did not used to think it was worth the hype because it looked terrible on me before, but we shall see. It is currently just a little bit after 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm sure I will have to blot my face at some point during the day because I do have ridiculously oily skin and I always have to blot my face at some point during the day. I will check in with you then probably, and then I will definitely be checking in with you all at the very end of the night, so I will see you all very soon. Bye! Alright, hello everyone, good evening. It is the end of the night here. It is currently pretty much 3 o'clock in the morning on the dot. Whoop whoop. Oh. It ended up being a very spontaneous and fun night out with my friends Carmen and Jacob. We just planned on going to get dinner together, and then that turned into, do you want to go bowling? And then that turned into, do you want to go to a drag show? And here we are. I had been planning on editing and uploading a video when I got home earlier tonight, but I didn't get home until like 1 o'clock here, and so I spent the past couple hours here editing that video, and it's exporting now, and yeah, well, it'll be uploaded by the time you see this. It's the unboxing of the Wow box, so eating all sorts of Japanese treats. But makeup, let's look at my foundation. I'm shocked. Like, really shocked. I was sweating buckets when we were bowling because it was way overcrowded in there, and there didn't seem to be any sort of ventilation. And somehow, like, yes, I'm oily, but like, you can still see my highlight, blush, and contour. The foundation has faded around my zits, that's for sure, like on my forehead here, but other than that, this hung in there. It obviously didn't keep me like 100% matte or anything, but I don't expect that from foundations because I am so oily. But like, the fact that this hung in and is still on my face this much after this long of an amount of time, and also the perspiration that I put it through, I think something they did with the reformulation, it has to be true. Because I did not like this foundation before, like, at all. I think it looks very natural. It doesn't look heavy. It doesn't feel heavy. It feels like foundation when you touch your face, but like a very silky, lightweight foundation. If you do touch your face, it does come off a bit, so I would recommend not touching your face. When I did use those blotting sheets earlier, you could see no foundation came off with those. So as long as you're, being strategic, I guess, about blotting your face, like what you blot your face with, don't use your fingers, use an actual blotting paper, or touch up with powder, whatever. And I can't knock this foundation, you guys. It looks good. So I'm really excited to have retested this. Thank you all so much for asking me to. I'm excited to see how this continues to do for me. Hopefully it does not break me out any worse than I already am. If you did find the review helpful and or enjoyable, I would really appreciate it if you gave me a thumbs up down below. And as always, I just hope you guys are all doing well. And until next time, just stay well until then. Bye!